Imagine a gilded cage. The door is wide open, yet the bird refuses to leave. In fact, it smiles. This is the exact psychological state of the happiest people on Earth. For years, the World Happiness Report has crowned the Nordics, Finland, Denmark, Iceland. We are told it is because of their free healthcare. We are told it is because of their high taxes. We are told it is because of cozy sweaters and hot cocoa. But that is a lie. The truth is much darker. It is a psychological trick, a mental model that actively destroys ambition. Today, we are going to unpack the terrifying paradox of Scandinavian joy. Let us talk about the illusion of Hygge, a world obsessed over this Danish concept. Books were written, millions were made. We thought we could buy happiness with a knitted blanket. But comfort is not a cure for existential dread. You can sit in a sauna for hours. The steam will clear your pores. It will not clear the anxiety in your mind. Because human nature is built on a treadmill, the Hedonic Treadmill. We get a promotion, we want another. We buy a car, we want a better one. American and British cultures thrive on this infinite hunger. The Nordics do not. They killed the hunger entirely. Enter the law of Jante, Janteloven. It is not a legal document. It is an unwritten code of social conduct. And its core tenet is brutal. You are not special. You are not better than us. You do not know more than us. In America, you are told to reach for the stars. In Scandinavia, reaching for the stars makes you a target. If you buy a flashy car, your neighbors judge you. If you brag about your child, you are silenced. It is a culture of aggressive averageness. It sounds like a dystopian nightmare. But this nightmare is the exact reason they are so happy. Happiness is not a mathematical absolute. Happiness is an equation of expectations. Reality minus expectations equals your baseline mood. When you expect to become a millionaire, making 50 grand feels like a failure. The law of Jante forcibly lowers the expectation floor. It tells you to expect nothing. It tells you to accept a painfully ordinary life. And here is the dark magic of that trick. When your baseline is 0, every positive event is a miracle. A sunny day becomes a euphoric triumph. A mediocre cup of coffee feels like a luxury. By killing the dream of greatness, they destroyed the pain of failure. You cannot fall if you never climb. It is a psychological lobotomy of ambition, and it works flawlessly. The second mechanism is the death of the ego. We suffer because we constantly compare ourselves. Social media is a poison of comparison. But in a society where showing off is a sin, the poison is neutralized. You don't know who the CEO is in a Finnish sauna. Everyone looks the same. Everyone sweats the same. The hierarchy is violently flattened. There is no anxiety about keeping up with the Joneses, because the Joneses are forced to hide their wealth. This creates an invisible psychological safety net. You are allowed to just exist. Your worth is not tied to your productivity. You are not a human doing. You are finally a human being. But this utopia has a bloody cost. What happens to the outliers? What happens to the Steve Jobs of Denmark? They suffocate. The law of Jante is notoriously cruel to the gifted. If you dream too big, the culture rejects you. You are perceived as arrogant. You are frozen out of social circles. This leads to a hidden epidemic. Beneath the high happiness scores lies a quiet despair. The ambitionless void is safe, but it is deeply boring. Young people with grand visions flee the region. They escape to London, to New York, to Silicon Valley. They trade their guaranteed happiness for the right to struggle. Because for some, a safe cage is still a cage. So, what do we do with this dark trick? Do we kill our ambition to find peace? Do we accept the treadmill of eternal dissatisfaction? The answer lies in the tension between the two. You do not need to move to Finland. You do not need to accept mediocrity. but you must understand the weapon of expectation. Lower your baseline for daily joy. Stop demanding miracles from ordinary Tuesdays. Detach your ego from your achievements. Let your ambition be an internal fire, not a public performance. The happiest people on earth are not genuinely happier than you. They have just mastered the art of not being disappointed. You can build that same shield inside your own mind. Protect your peace, but never stop flying.